Casino. There's your Jake 58 Long Island Casino. No live tables or anything, just it's all computerized slot machines. You know, it's cool. If I go in there, I like to play craps a little bit. You know.
Is the Golden State free?
It's beautiful right now. It's early in the morning. It's right now 5:35 in the morning. And I just thought I'd say good morning. Good morning, everybody. Nice little ride back to the office. I just made 3 deliveries to my regular customers. Now I'm going back. I think I'm gonna got a nice break, probably like a 2 or 3 hour lunch break. It's Saturday. There's not much going on. Yeah, so they might have me do one more delivery. It's no big deal. You know, that's one thing I like about what I do. I like the customers, you know. I like the conversations. And that's what I'll miss when I get out of trucking, is the people you work with, the conversations you have. And isn't that the way you feel about your job too? It's the people you work with, the conversations. You miss that stuff. If any of you have been following my New York Through and Through channel, I got some golf lessons starting next week. I'll keep you abreast to that. I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to seeing, you know, if there's a golfer in my soul. Will I become a golfer? I gotta pick out a set of golf clubs. That's what I'm excited about too, because when you take lessons at Dick's Sporting Good, they got used golf bags and used golf sets that are, you know, pretty good quality at a good discount price. I mean, you can pick up a golf set maybe at, I don't know where else you can buy it. Walmart? I don't know if they sell that anymore. Target? I don't know if you can even buy it. You used to be able to. I remember Walmart used to sell like. But at least, you know, I'll be getting a good set, you know. Golf set that some guy turned in. That might have cost a few $100 or maybe $1,000, who knows. You know what I heard? I heard that some of those clubs can go as high as like $5,000 for one putter. I didn't realize that. I guess the professionals use $5,000 clubs. Nothing like working early in the morning, I'm telling you. I just love how the morning comes in. I like it better than working late at night. about you guys out there? You like working a 9 to 5 or a midnight to 8 in the morning or a 4 in the morning to 3 or something like that? I'm at work at 3:30 in the morning and I'm walking out of there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, who's better than me, right? Yeah. Any of you that have been watching my channel, you know I like my backyard. I like to lay out on my chase lounge and eat cantaloupe and watermelon, right? And have a nice cup of coffee and listen to the birds chirp, chirp, chirp. I feed the birds, and you all know that I have birds with a real attitude. You know all that stuff by now if you've been watching my station. And but I still love them. And you know that I had this garden, right, with green beans and yellow squash, and I must have brought in about 100 pieces of yellow squash. Yesterday night I looked at it, those 3 plants were pumping out another 10, 12 squash, and I picked them and they still got it more. There's going to be another 8. I counted about 8 that should be ready today or tomorrow. So what I did last night was I put it out front at the end of the driveway. I put a little cabinet, a little shelf, a little table, and I just stacked them on top, and hopefully people will take them up. If not, I don't know, I'll just leave them out there and just get rid of them. I mean, what can I tell you? I've been talking to people I know. They like zucchini. They like zucchini better than so I think next summer I'm going to do 2 zucchini and just 2 yellow squash. And and I got more green beans. Hey, I'm very thankful. Thank you very much there, God, for feeding my backyard with plenty of vegetables. Nothing quite like it. I love it. I love gardening. I was thinking of maybe next summer get a landscaper over, right? And have him rototill a really big piece, like 15 by 15. Bigger than that, maybe. Maybe I can do 15 by 20. And I'm going to try to grow some watermelon, green beans, the zucchini, maybe some cucumber. The usuals, tomatoes. But then that's a lot of dirt that you have to shovel over and over. You got to put down good nutritional soil. I got to go someplace other than the box store, other than just getting Miracle-Gro, because it's kind of expensive. And I would need probably 20 bags for that kind of space. So I think if I go to a nursery, I can probably just get a big bag of topsoil or potting soil or some kind of organic mixture. I could do a compost, learn how to do a good compost. Put your food scrappings in there. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to bother doing that. I guess I'll get on the expressway here. This is the Long Island Expressway. Hey, there's Lowe's. Right there, there's Lowe's. I like Lowe's. I like Lowe's better than Home Depot. Home Depot is, they got everything you need, but it's hard to get help there, It seems like the Home Depot I go to, it's like they run and hide as soon as they see people coming in. They can't find anybody. But the Lowe's, they come over to you, they're right there. Hey, can I help you, sir? What do you need? There's a real good salesman at the Lowe's I go to. That guy he'll stand right by you and say, what else do you need? What else you looking for? And he's an expert in like everything, man. This guy, he knows plumbing, electrical, carpentry. It's really valuable to have somebody like that at one of those stores. And he tells you what kind of tools you need. Comes a big truck. Hey, good morning there, buddy. Yeah, give him the honk. He's my brother. He's not heavy. He's my brother. Yeah. Hey, you see that bus right there? That's what I started driving many years ago. I used to drive that into the New York City. That's where I got all my experience. I was a young kid, only in my 20s. Those buses, they hold like 48 people. Yep. I used to pick up like about 48 people and take them into the city every morning. And sometimes you'd get like somebody drunk. You weren't supposed to take people that were intoxicated. But I did, But I had one intoxicated guy one time. Picked him up. It was like, 6 in the morning, picking people up, taking them into the city. And those were people that going to work, trying to pay rent. And I picked up this guy, he was drunk. And then, he was loud, he was singing, he was having a good time. So I pulled over at one of my stops and I walked over to him and I said, hey, keep it down, We all love music, but we don't want to hear your music right now, You got people that are sleeping. They're going to work. We got an hour-and-a-half bus drive. Well, of course, he didn't keep it down. And then he started moving up seat by seat, and he was harassing the women. So this one woman came up to me and said, this guy's talking, obscene to the women. Can you stop somewhere and kick him off the bus? And I said, no, I legally can't. I can't kick him off on the highway. He's got to be in a lidded area. He's got to be near a telephone. you can't just kick somebody anywhere you want. So I said, I don't know, I got to take him into the city now. But I can kick him off at the tunnel. I don't have to bring him into the city. Because right at the tunnel, right where the Port Authority police are, that is considered the city line. So he got to the city, which is what he paid for. But I don't got to take him into Manhattan and take him right to the street he wants to get off on. And he was harassing people. So when I got to the city line, I got out of the bus, I got on the radio and I said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going into the city in just a minute. I have to step out of the bus, I'll be right back. Everybody please stay seated. I went over to the cops and said, hey, I got a guy, he's drunk. And they said, oh, no, he made it this far. Why don't you just take him into the city? He's only drunk. I said, he's harassing the women. Once they heard that, they said, oh, yep, he's whispering in their ears. He's sitting right next to them. And they're afraid of what he's going to do. So they went in there. 2 big cops, too, man. These guys were big football players. They went in there and they took him off the bus. And he didn't go peacefully. No, they had a struggle with him. And he was punching people and swinging his arms. And you know what I did? I got a couple of licks in on the guy, too. I did. I went bam, bam. Just for pissing off my customers. Yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't like it. He was yelling at me too, I remember. I'll get you. I'll get you, Mr. Bus Driver. Someday I'm gonna see you. And I said, yeah, because I was just a young, feisty Irish boy. Yeah, is that right? And I'll be waiting for you. Bring it on. Yeah, how do you like that morning story, huh? All right, guys. I'll get back to you, okay? New York through and through. Ring that bell, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll be seeing you again. Probably in my backyard.